off. Patrick Mahomes throwing for 3 touchdowns and a 14-point win over the Texans on opening night. And for Mahomes today, the key wasn't about taking that big shot.
All of us want to go for the big shot. All of us want to go for the touchdown pass every single time. But if defenses are going to play us back and they're going to play us in coverage, I'm going to take the stuff underneath and let the guys make plays and find ways to score and find ways just to win football games. It's going to be times here and there where I need to take that deep shot. There was a couple in the game that I missed. There was times where I could have taken that shot. I just got to know when and where to do it and try not to miss them whenever I get the opportunity.
And Ben's back. Roethlisberger looks sharp in his Steelers return. We're talking about 3 touchdown passes and a 10-point win over the Giants. After missing the final 14 weeks of last season, Big Ben was feeling the effects after week 1.
Today I feel like I was in just a car accident. Yesterday I felt like I was in a train wreck. So hopefully tomorrow it just feels like I fell off a bike or something. But I'm definitely sore. The good news is my arm is the only thing that doesn't hurt. So that's good.
Aaron Rodgers started his 16th NFL season in style, 364 yards and 4 touchdown passes as the Packers win on the road in Minnesota. Earlier today, he talked about how he continues to get the job done.
There's a lot of things that I've tried to do in the off season. Just be a little bit, just add a little extra efficiency. But when it comes down to quarterback play, it's all about the rhythm and the timing and the balance. And I feel like those 3 were pretty solid on Sunday, and the accuracy followed.
And Cam Newton made the most of his Patriots debut, rushing it 15 times, including 2 touchdowns in their Week 1 win against the Dolphins. He talked about how he's adjusting to his new team during the oddity of a pandemic.
This is an exciting kind of trip. We've been barricaded for at least a month and a half with the enormity of, it's kind of felt like Groundhog's Day, doing everything the same each and every day, getting tested. And just for me, I've been trying to learn so much as possible in a short span. We know we're going in and play a tough team, tough defense, me specifically. And it's going to take all 3 phases, trying to play Patriot football.
And for more on Cam Newton and the Patriots offense, let's welcome in Marcus Spears. Hey, Marcus, the Patriots offense looked effective against Miami, but when they play Seattle during week 2, they're going to need a lot more production, I think. What do you think you need to see in Cam's second game as the Patriots signal caller?
One thing is become more efficient throwing the ball. Obviously, we've talked about Cam's durability, and can they continue to put this type of onus on him running the football all season long? I don't think that's possible, but I do think you have a foundation of run-pass option with Cam, and then getting him going, pushing the ball downfield. We've talked about the devoid of weapons that he has, but Edelman played well. He needs to bring N'Keal Harry along. They have to find a passing game in order to not only win their division, but have a shot at getting into the playoffs. So continue to develop that, but also use what Cam does well, his legs. Use the RPO, confuse people, because Seattle's defense with number 33, Jamal Adams, they'll be coming.
That is going to be a great game. And by the way, let's talk about the Packers. 36-year-old Aaron Rodgers, he made a statement throwing 4 touchdowns in that convincing win against Minnesota. I see you laughing. How much did he silence the doubters after that performance?
Yeah, Ryan, I wasn't ever a doubter. I mean, look, this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. So we compare Aaron Rodgers to Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to get that misconstrued. And based on the way he played last year, yeah, you look at some of his epic moments and you say, well, he hasn't been playing at that level. Everything clicked. Green Bay might have knew that they had guys on the outside in Lazard and Valdez-Scantling and obviously Devontae Adams that could get the job done. So, look, Aaron Rodgers looked of form. He looked like he was tired of hearing about Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson and this new breed of quarterback, and he wanted to remind everybody, I am Aaron Damn Rodgers. I started this talk about being the best quarterback people have ever seen, so let me start compounding on that and make everybody remember who I am.
You better recognize. Let's see if you can do it again, Marcus.
Yes, sir.
The Packers host the Lions on Sunday at Lambeau Field. Marcus, thanks so much.
He's no longer A-Rod. He's ADR, according to Marcus Spears. Coming up, the aftermath of the Clippers collapse, examining what went wrong and what could be next after getting bounced from the bubble. Plus, continuing coverage of the Big Ten.
And you can get us on the podcast, the ESPN app or Apple Podcast.
Now on SportsCenter, full coverage of Big Ten football back in action this fall. How will the college football playoff evaluate Big Ten teams? And tracking the Pac-12's looming decision. Plus, new today in the NFL. Hear Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Cam Newton's Week 1 assessments and next expectations in Sunday's showdowns. Also, the aftermath of the Clippers' collapse, examining LA's failure and future after getting bounced from the bubble. And on the eve of the U.S. Open, stand by for Tigers' make-or-break factors to stay in the hunt at this week's major championship. This is SportsCenter.
This is a happy day for us in the Big Ten to be able to focus on going forward.
Here's Kevin Nagandi and Ryan Smith.
Well, we begin the night with news no one expected just 5 weeks ago, but it's 2020, and it's taught us one thing: expect the unexpected. And here we are with the Big Ten.
Well, with the 3 of the Power 5 already underway, the first conference to opt out of fall football is now back in. So, to the headlines we go. After several days of deliberation, the Big Ten announced that its football season would return the weekend of October 24th. The league will attempt to play 8 games in 8 weeks prior to its conference championship and selection day for the college football playoff. On to this. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James has made history on Wednesday when he was named to a 16th All-NBA team in his 17-year NBA career, snapping ties with Hall of Famers Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most in NBA history. To the NFL, Tampa Bay Bucks placing Pro Bowl wide receiver Chris Godwin in concussion protocol ahead of Week 2 in 2019. Godwin finished 3rd in receiving yards despite missing the final 2 games of the season. And the status of another wide receiver is in question as the Saints' Michael Thomas is week to week after the All-Pro suffered a high ankle injury in the final minutes of Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. And finally, the 49ers. Well, they've placed cornerback Richard Sherman on injured reserve. Sherman was dealing with a calf strain and will miss at least the next 3 weeks. The team is already without their top wideout, Deebo Samuel, who is also on IR. And also this, breaking news. Sources have told ESPN's Jeff Borzello that the college basketball season will start on November 25th. So big news there. And you look at the rundown here. This is a big one. All right, so check this out. The men's and women's college basketball season starting then. NCAA Division I Council voted Wednesday to delay.
More on that story coming your way, Ryan. The 36 days after the Big Ten decided they were postponing fall sports and double downing on that just 4 weeks ago, the conference announced today they would have a football season starting the weekend of October 23rd. This comes after the league's presidents and chancellors had a unanimous vote citing daily testing capabilities and a stronger confidence in the latest medical information.
It really is a blessing to be here today. I'm just proud to be with a group of individuals within the Big Ten. And I seriously understand what makes the Big Ten the Big Ten. We will take a leadership role. We'll put the health and safety of our student athletes first and foremost. And I'm proud to sit here today to say that we did that. We are so much better and so much more prepared today than we were 43 days ago.
The bottom line is we're going to play football. And the decisions were made for the right reasons. The postponement was made for the right reasons, for the safety of our student athletes. I think our chancellors and presidents acted prudently. They made the right decision at the time. They were open-minded enough to sit back and look at the answers and the solutions for the questions that they had. And quite frankly, at the time, there were a number, and I agreed with them. The questions that were proposed to them, the medical questions that were out there, without them being answered, there's no way we could put our student athletes back on the field. But now we have answers.
Here is some of the results from those answers. The Big Ten begins its rapid testing September 30th. Results must be in before every practice and game, and any player who tests positive must wait 21 days before returning. Any team with a positivity rate over 5% must pause activities for a week. The 8 games in 8 weeks schedule ends December 19th with the Big Ten championship game and seeded cross-divisional games between the East and the West. President Trump had this to say on the news.